What's going on, DZ Team? It's Z here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over essentially kind of my background as far as who am I and what brought me up to where I am now as far as career path experiences, what jobs pretty much got my experience, my mind jogging as far as being in the tactical industry, being an instructor, and all that so forth. So we're going to jump right into this video and welcome to another video. Alright everyone, so like I said earlier, my name is Z, also known as Jacob Zamora, that's my full name. And we're going to get started off as right when I decided to join the military. So a little bit prior to that, I had just gotten laid off from a contractor job. I was the new guy gets booted. This was in around 2016. And something had told me just like, hey, if you're not going to join the military, you're never going to do it. And that was something that I wanted to do since I was really young. And I had already established a home where I was living on my own after high school, like right during my senior year to like the end of high school. So I was like, you know what? I got laid off. If I'm not going to do it now, I'm never going to do it. So I went to the recruiting office, didn't tell anybody, my family or anything like that, and just signed up. I ended up enlisting into a field artillery airborne unit. They offered me airborne. I took it. Didn't know what it was at the time, but I said, cool, I'll add on to it. So that's exactly what I did. Now, going on through that path, I was stationed in Alaska. So we were the Arctic Warriors there, the only Arctic unit in the Army. I just take that with pride. So we did estimated about 30 jumps, somewhere around there, being in an airborne unit. And then during my time in the military, deployed in 2017 to Afghanistan. So in Afghanistan, it was a 9-month deployment. Part of our job was to guard the Afghan army and to be able to essentially equip them with enough stuff to defend themselves. So that was part of the jobs down there, without going into too much of a description of what it was essentially. Moving past on that, as I got out, I began to get out in 2019. So when I got out in 2019, I drove back home from where I was born in Texas, born and raised for the most part. Drove down from Alaska. It took about a week to get here. And then during that time, I was struggling to find a job for a couple of reasons. One, because I was wondering what I wanted to do. And then two, COVID happened. So right when COVID happened, it was a hard time for everybody, right? So I tried to join out for the police department, but without going into too much detail into that, things happened in a sense of where it just didn't work out. So I'm going to leave it at that. There's some conflicts in there, and it didn't happen. So gave it 2 attempts at that, and then decided, you know what, maybe this is not for me. And then began to think, okay, well, now what am I going to do? There's so much going on. I'm losing money. I'm not making any money. What do I do? Didn't want to go for unemployment, and eventually decided to try to make that transition into unemployment. But the moment unemployment called me back, I had found a job. So what I decided to do was go into private security. So coming into 2020, that's kind of started my career path in that industry. So I started off level 2 in Texas. There's 2, 3, and 4, as I've said in prior videos. Level 2 is unarmed. So that's what I started out doing. Unarmed, I did that maybe 4-ish months, 5 months around there. And then I began to transition because I felt like I wasn't making enough and I wanted to pursue something better than what I was doing. I just didn't like it into the where I felt fulfilled. So I was looking around, and then my next job came as being an armored truck driver. And so that was to basically be in an armored vehicle, had money in the bag, go to different spots and transfer money, either just giving them money or, vice versa. They gave them money, they gave me some back, or whatever the case may be, including driving to different banks, different warehouses, all that stuff. So I did that for about 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what? I really don't like this either, because for my schedule, it was get there at 6 in the morning, and then you end when you finish your routes. But that may seem, oh, I can do that real fast. Trucks only drive so fast, and they're not very fast. I'm going to tell you that right now. 2, the vehicles are always broken down and run down. 3, to do that every day of the week, almost 6 to 7 days out of the week, was very taxing on the body, and just like, oh, and then driving for long periods of time, being airborne, having back problems, it just sucked all around. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. And at that same time, I was looking for a home. So I was in part of the lender process where they're like, hey, you need to be in a career path for at least 6 months. And I was like, crap. So I messaged my lender, hey, I made a mistake at this job. Would it be bad if I found something else? I said, you know what? If you're going to do something, do it quick. So I said, cool, I'll do it quick. And they said within a week. Within a week, I found a level 3 job. And a level 3 job is an armed guard. And so we can, carry pretty much the same stuff a police officer does. You can get a baton, firearm, taser, whatever the case may be. So I went through the training for that, and now I went to basically the facility I'm at now with the same group of guys I am with now to get my level 3. And that was a great experience, and still is a great experience, still learning. I got moved into a corporate environment in that time frame. Been with this company for about a year or so, and in that I've gotten leadership roles, been in corporate environments, talked to very wealthy individuals, and been around that environment. And so then we got orders essentially to, hey, we want our guys to be executive protection ready and certified and get licensed and / bodyguard. Level 4 is executive protection / bodyguard. So it's being able to conceal carry, planning and doing routes and all that stuff. So on top of doing all those routes, each person in a executive protection unit has a specific job. One person's just the driver, one person's to cover the client, one person can be an advanced guy to go and check the route ahead, make sure everything's good. Another guy would be the guy that actually takes on the action if a threat comes involved. There's different positions for each individual person. And so I did that, and now we're pretty much here where we are today. As far as when I decided to become a firearm instructor, that was between when I got out of the military in 2019 and 2020 when I did my private security type career path. So in between there is when I decided to go out and get my instructor's license and try to provide and teach for people that don't know anything about guns. So that's kind of as where my career path as far as from 2016 all the way up to 2021, and why I portray the things I do on our Instagram, our Facebook, our YouTube. All of it kind of coincides with each other. And then I brought some other team members. I have a buddy of mine named Dominic, who's also an instructor here in Texas with me, doing the same stuff I'm doing, just different time frames and a little bit different experiences. Went from military to straight pretty much private security as far as the tactical industry went. And then we brought Jared along. You guys have seen Jared, great guy, military, and went out to go work at a range, and now is trying out for a police department. So we have a very well-fledged out team. I wanted to do this in a sense of my thought process. We have plenty of different backgrounds, private security, military, police, whatever the case may be, and we can all bring it in and dive it into how can we make this civilianized and make this essentially for the everyday person, because not all of you guys are here trying to do tactical career paths and been in a stressful environment and been shot at or whatever, been in a combat zone, whatever the case may be. Not all of you guys, majority of you guys probably haven't done that. And a lot of you are just gun guys and gals, and that's cool, that's awesome. But in a sense, we want to be able to portray what information we have, even being as young as we are, and still push any information that we get as far as learning new stuff and trying it out and it works, or stuff that we've done before, whatever the case may be. Our goal here is to be able to provide you with information that we've learned from our experiences, stuff that we've done in our lifetime and continue to do in our lifetime. So as we make new videos and new tactics and new controversial things or talk about whatever, it's so that you guys can also be down with us and see eye level to where our mentality is at and what we've learned through our career paths. There's a lot of gun guys from the military, special forces and stuff like that, but I don't see many as far as big names that are doing like private security stuff and just kind of doing what we're doing. So that's why I'm trying to bring it on to you guys in all one platform with 3 different people bringing 3 different ideas, 3 different minds working to provide for you guys. So if you enjoyed this video, this is the end of the video. Leave a like down below. If you didn't, dislike it, and please let us know why down in the comments. We want to read why so we can improve for you guys. I want to say I appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving us and continue to give us. We're trying to grow with everything we got, and your feedback is highly important. We respond to as many comments and DMs as we can, which is pretty much all of them. We're pretty timely on it and up to date on it. We're constantly improving internally, having monthly meetings, all that good stuff. I can't wait to actually get the meat and potatoes of it and just being able to throw it at you guys, which we're working on a lot of stuff, but we're doing a lot of other things on top of easy as well. So again, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, share with anybody you think would benefit from it. If you want to tell my story to somebody else, let my voice be carried on through your shares, through your likes, through your comments, whatever the case may be. It's highly appreciated. And never get comfortable, guys. And I'll see you in the next video.